We're in the middle of a busy design studio, and we've got another team of florists. We've even got a black lab somewhere, Jessie, the floral mascot, so to speak. But over to Melissa, who's going to make it all happen.
Absolutely.
Now, you're already hard at work, Melissa.
I'm very hard at work.
What are you starting off with?
This is going to be an arrangement in a vase of fresh water, obviously. And I'm going to show you the technique to make it a little simpler for anyone who would be attempting this. So I'm going to make a grid with florist tape. Thanks, Nick.
So I guess what does the grid do? Is that going to help?
It will just hold all these stems in place so they won't fall out.
So this is kind of like your framework that,
absolutely.
that keeps the design together.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Now I'm noticing that the tape is going on quite easily. Is it also easy to remove?
Oh, very, very easy, yes, absolutely.
So I guess we're not really concerned about the actual vessel.
It's just glass, so it washes away when you want it to. So I'm going to start with my greens. First thing you would start with. And
what kind of green is this?
This is called lemon leaf or salao. It's from British Columbia. And as you can see, I'm going to also interlock them, which will create a stronger support system.
So down at the bottom, this is where they're crisscrossing.
Yeah, and also, as you can see, I have little branches in here that are sort of tight.
Oh, I see.
You can see that. That also helps. So.
Do you, is there a certain amount of greenery that goes into each arrangement, or is it
it's really by feel more than anything and just experience. But you want enough green that it will support the flowers. So we use a lot.
Okay, you're changing leaves on me.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's
no,
right.
This is great. What do you got?
Right.
What's this?
That is also sort of the secret to our look. Just a variety of interesting greens. This is southern magnolia, or magnolia from the southern states. It's very different than our
magnolia.
Steel magnolia.
Yeah.
And so this, the form is the most important in our arrangements, and we achieve that through the greens, as you can see, and you will see as I build it. And I'll swing this around. We also have a look that is very asymmetrical, sweeps up on one side, always dips down on the other. And it doesn't matter which side that is, it's just the look that is achieved in the end.
Give me something to do while I'm feeling kind of guilty here.
Oh, great. You can start by stripping these roses of their thorns and greens.
So I'm taking this paring knife.
Okay, if you can do that, and you know how to strip, do you?
Do I know how to strip? Yeah, I know how to strip. Okay. I know how to strip a rose.
Oh my goodness.
So
okay, I'm sure you do know how to.
Is that enough greens off? Should I take more
That's
off?
perfect,
okay.
actually.
And now
that would be
thorns?
great.
Now, let me ask you a question about these roses that I'm taking the thorns off of. Does it hurt the roses or damage them in any way?
No, it doesn't. It's actually good for them because it does allow them to drink even more water.
Yep.
Not just through the stem.
Okay, you're moving on to some pretty big hydrangeas.
I am. The next step after the greens is to start with your largest flower. And in this case, we're using hydrangea. Giving everything a fresh cut with my clippers.
Yep.
And all flowers, even greens, get a fresh cut.
Okay, wait. You just split the bottom of this.
I did. I split it because this is considered a woody stem, as you can see it. It's very like a branch. Anything with a woody stem, we always advise that you give it a cut and also snip it right up the stem. It does help it to drink more water.
Oh.
And as you can see, I'm sort of following our design, which is up on the right a little bit, down on the left. Kind
of like
or the other way.
Like a hula motion.
That's right.
It's such a visual thing, and your eye is well honed. You definitely know where to put these pieces, and seeing you go back now and add things that you thought you were finished with is interesting because you're changing it as you go along.
I am actually. I'm still building the actual. I've got a little too much leaf in here right now, but I'm still building the form, which is so essential to us.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Are any two arrangements alike?
Absolutely not.
You could never.
One of a kind.
One of a kind, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a formula necessarily. Yep. Are you finished?
Yeah,
some roses.
I haven't clipped the bottom because you have those beautiful clippers.
All right.
I also am amazed at how floral design obviously is changing, like anything else, with the times.
Absolutely.
And this is so different, let's say, than what our parents or even grandparents would have been able to find on a market years ago.
Yeah, I mean, everything is so much more accessible right now.
Obviously, it's thanks to people like you who are doing these different and innovative ways of designing florals. That's really the trick. So on behalf of the entire world, we'd like to thank you and present you with. Now, you've definitely brought out a different color.
Yes, we're doing a very deep sort of yellow.
I know that there's tons of different types of roses. So what's this type?
This particular rose is called a Concord rose, and it's from Ecuador.
Mm-hmm. I like, too, that you've selected a rose that has this little bit of a red hue.
That's right, and we're picking up.
You're picking up your hydrangea.
And perhaps we might want to add another flower.
Oh,
This
great.
is called a zinnia. Now we're going to go a little punchier in color. This is very deep and rich right now, but we're going to brighten it a little bit.
And the color is really punchy. You know,
It's very punchy.
Yeah.
We might want to have a chair and sit down now and take a look at what's happening underneath with the mechanics, the
Yeah.
tape. So as you can see, there's a little tape.
So you can just
showing.
pull the Floral
You can
down,
either
it
put a
hides
little
it.
more in, or what we can do is I'm just going to reach behind you
Yep.
and cut this piece
Ivy.
of ivy, which is a fantastic thing because you can keep growing it in your house or garden, depending on the time of the year, and just snip it as you need it.
You're really hands-on. You're able to, you know, it's such an instinctive thing. I love that because you're just able to react to whatever you
It's
require.
just, yeah, the finishing touches. It's the details in the end. I mean, it's the form in the beginning. The middle part is just sort of the filling, and then it's the details in the end.
Would you say that this is done?
Except that I can see a bit of the tape, I would definitely say it's done.
A work of art by a true artist. Hey, I'll
right,
see you
okay.
later.
All right.
Beautiful.
Okay, great.